Yo guys, it's Sean back with another video, and today we do have a 70 kg DHA haul. As you can see, we do have the ISO Courtier, we have an amazing variety of shoes, and we do have the AirPod Maxes, and then a bunch of hoodies on like jerseys. But anyways, let's get into the video. Alright, the first pair of shoes I do want to get into are the Balenciaga runners over here. These cost me around $76, but the quality ratio to price, I mean, it's just crazy. As you can see, we do have the tags for the runners over here, and I'm pretty sure this does scan. But yeah, here we go with the first pair. As you can see, I did get the colorway with like the red writing on the side, and then just black overall in general. But yeah, here we go with the first pair. As you can see, we do have BB, which is pretty nice font. The font doesn't fall off, it is really high quality. We do have Balenciaga at the front. Show you better, you can see there's no stitching or glue flaws, and the BB logo over here does have like a nice material to it, since you know it's the best quality one you could get. And here's what the other side looks. There's a lot of different like texture materials all around, but you know, overall it is the best quality runners you could get. Size 45U at the back, and Balenciaga over here. And then to show you the bottom, does have Balenciaga over here, and the shape of the shoe is pretty nice. It is a nice shoe overall, whether like you like Balenciaga or not. Most people do tend to like runners. It does come with a pair of extra laces and then wrapping all around. But yeah, now I'm gonna show you the next pair. And yeah, here we go with the second pair. I mean, as you can see, it already looks good since the quality is pretty much the same on each shoe. Like, they don't really mess up. The shape of the shoe is pretty nice, and you can see the textures all around there, the correct materials. Like, some have mesh, some have like the shiny material, and the laces are also good material. Here you have Balenciaga, like I said, and you can see the font, there's no like flaws at all. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. The heel is extremely thick. You do have Balenciaga on the inside. And yeah, here's in the red writing with the light. As you can see, there's no flaws at all. It doesn't peel off unless like you go in the water, or I don't know, you do some dumb stuff. But how it comes originally is perfect. You can see the back, size 45 EU, and yeah, the sizing, the price $76 for the quality. It's pretty much perfect. You really can't go wrong with these, and there's much other colorways which I'll show on later in the video. This is just a great pair to have in your collection. But yeah, let's move on to the Dior B22s. Alright, here we go next up with the pair of Dior B22s. Now, these are the highest quality version you could get out there. I got them in the colorway white. A QR code or barcode does scan if you do have that cashier thing. Size 45U. And yeah, here's the box. The box is, you know, good quality, but let's get into it. Alright, here we go. These cost me around $50, but these are the best on the market that I have found for the price being. So we do have Dior on the bag. The bag material is pretty nice. It's not like polyester, it's actual cotton. And here's the pair of shoes. But before we get into that, let me get this. It does come with a Dior certificate, Christian Dior, as you can see, which is pretty nice. You don't get that with all the batches, and this is like a credit card material. It's not cheap material, so yeah, that's pretty nice. But yeah, here we go, getting into the first pair. As you can see, instead of black, I got them in white, just a little different. They're nice. You do have Dior over here, no flaws or glue stains. In general, the material is really clean and nice. You do have Dior on the inside. The heel is thick as well. Now if you go down to the bottom, you can see we do have CD, which is Christian Dior, made in Italy. But yeah, I really like the shoe a lot. The shape is really nice. Overall really clean for the price, you know, $50. But yeah, I'm gonna show you the next pair. But yeah, here we go with the second pair. As you can see, the packaging is pretty safe and nice for the price, I guess. Like I said, for this price you can't get anything better. You do have Dior over here. Shape of the shoe is correct, and then you do have the little yellowish white, which is how it's supposed to be. But I'll show you how it looks in the light in case anyone wants to see that. You can see, honestly, just clean shoe in general for the price of $50. Tongue and laces are nice. The mesh material is correct, like all the way around how it's supposed to be. And the silver parts are reflective like the real retail shoe. And then of course at the bottom you got black CD, made in Italy, which stands for Christian Dior. But yeah, overall, I'll give this shoe a 10 out of 10. It's pretty much perfect for the price. Comes with everything you would need. And yeah, check it out. Let's move on. Alright, now we're gonna take a little break from the shoes. We are gonna move on to the iced out Cartier, which is pretty clean. I got this for $300. People usually resell them or just wear them, but me personally, I just have it to wear it. Packaging is pretty nice, but here it is. It is full on moissanite, as you can see. Here's the back. It does light up better when you flash it with like a phone or when your room is dark or whatever. But yeah, it is an iced out skeleton. You can see Cartier branding over here, and the built material over-wise on this is pretty clean, I would say. I'll show how it looks on hand, but yeah, try to get a zoom up of the skeleton. The mechanism is pretty nice, but yeah, let me get it on hand so I can just show how it looks. Alright, so here's what it looks like on hand. Well, obviously I haven't sized it yet, so I have to take it to a jeweler so I don't break it myself personally. Only costs about $20 to like resize, but yeah, here's how it looks. You know, it's pretty clean. But yeah, you cannot go wrong with this watch at all. I mean, it's literally perfect for any occasion or just selling. A lot of people do resell them, like I said. They're like a big thing in the market right now, so you can't go wrong. You can see the skeleton. Definitely check it out in the spreadsheet, and yeah, let's move on back to the shoes. Alright, now we do have another pair of Balenciaga runners, and this is definitely one of my favorite colorways out there, which I'll show you the multi colorway. Let me show you the tags real quick, you know how they look and stuff. So here's the tags. Lift it up a little bit. You can see the barcode does scan. All the barcodes do scan. If you have like the barcode machine thing, that's only in like stores though. But as you can see, here's everything else details. It is size 45U, which is US 11, but let's get into it. Alright, getting into it. As you can see, the color on it, super nice and clean. You do have a lot of material in general, like mesh material, shiny color material. You do have size 45U, which is perfectly done. There's no like wrong spaces in between. And here's the Balenciaga font over here. You can see it is perfect. No stitching flaws, no space flaws. Everything about it is perfect. And then you do have the BB logo in blue, and it does have like a touch to it when you press on it, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I don't see, like, if you have a pair of black pants as well, you can wear this with anything as long as they're black pants. Even jeans, I would say, like purple jeans, Kaisubi jeans. I know a lot of people be wearing that stuff now, but in general, just any pair of black pants or like black jeans or just blue jeans would work. But yeah, your size 45U and Balenciaga. Now, depending on the pair you get, they do reflect like the Dior B22s, but it just depends on the pair that you get. Not all of them do that. Like one of the black ones I have, they do reflect, but again, just depends on the colorway. And you do get that wash beat up look at the bottom, which is with every Balenciaga runner that's like light. If you get the fully black ones, they do not have that because they're fully black. I mean, why would they have that, right? But here you go, Balenciaga again with that beat up look. But yeah, like I said, this is definitely one of my favorite colorways out there. You can see the quality on this. Again, for $76, like, I really can't go wrong in general. But yeah, let me show the next pair now. Moving on to the next pair, you can see we do have runner over here. Font is really clean. We do have Balenciaga over here with that beat up look, and here's the shape of the shoe. I mean, as you can see, I'm not really messing around with you guys. You can tell just the quality, how good it is. Even the little slightest of details is there on the shoe. Here we go again with a Balenciaga. Boom, here's the mesh material, and of course they do protect it really well. There's a bunch of like stuffing in there, and we do have the Balenciaga on the inside over here. And the heel is really puffy, like extremely puffy, but that's because they are runners, and that's a really good sign, meaning they're good quality. You do have Balenciaga at the bottom. But yeah, I think I would 100% recommend this badge. It does come with the Balenciaga bag, same with this one that I showed you as well. It's really big, nice dust bag, you know, just to keep them clean if you are gonna like not daily wear them. But yeah, I would 100% recommend to get Balenciaga runners. Even if you're not in Balenciaga, just test it out, see how you like it, you know. But let's move on to Jordans now. Alright, next up we got now are the Jordan 4 White Thunders. Let me show all the tags on this one. Now this cost me $40, and I've been showing y'all in general that I do really have the best batch of like Jordan 4s you could get ever, just for every colorway. And yeah, these are only $40. But you know, let's get into the quality. As you can see here, we do have the Jordan 4 White Thunders. Just a very nice personal shoe in general. The wrapping does have like the Oreo, like is it Oreo wrapping? I don't know, but it's specific to this shoe, which is the White Thunder. But let me get into the quality now. As you can see, for the Jumpman logo, there are no flaws or like, you know, gap misplacements. But stitching is really nice, no flaws. And the netting is perfect, as you can see. You know, it goes with the flow of the shoe, not like some bad quality stuff. The netting over here as well, it does go with the flow of the shoe rather than like bad quality. And for the backtop Jumpman logo, you can see it is perfect. But you know, let's run the backtop test, because a lot of people do ask, yo, you know, is the backtop good? Of course it is. Not touching anything, it just goes up every single time. Here's the bottom. You can see it does stick out at the bottom, and the white color is good. This is good quality. As you can see, the tongue is puffy, and yeah, here is the inside. You can see there's another Jumpman logo, and the heel is super puffy, sturdy. And here's what the back looks like. You know, no glue stains, none of that. In general, the best quality shoe you can get off the market, just in general, like in general, not even to the specific website of what I'm using. But yeah, let me move on to the next pair now. Alright, moving on to the next pair. Here we go again with the shape of the shoe, just so you guys can see what the quality is really about in general. Here we have the Jumpman logo with no flaws at all, particularly anywhere. And here's the netting. The netting goes with the flow. The netting is really nice as well. It has a little bit of a shine to it. And yeah, here's the toe box. You know, obviously it doesn't bounce back up because there are like protective stuff inside of it. But yeah, the material is really nice. That suede nubuck mix. And if you go into the stitching, you can see there are really no flaws at all. Like, whoever made this in the factories really was like locked in. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, here's the bottom again. This is definitely a must have for whoever's watching this. Even if you don't like Jordans, you know, just test out a batch. It's quite cheap for what you get. And there is the tag on the inside, which passes the legit check. But yeah, this is like literally the best quality shoe you can get for the price being. I do have another one over there, which we'll show later, or actually two. But yeah, let's move on to the next shoe. Alright, next up we got are some Dior B30s, I believe. B30s are definitely one of my top shoes. Like, I'd say top shoes in general, like top 3. But yeah, let me open the box real quick. And boom, here we go. As you can see, it is a beautiful pair. The packaging is beautiful. So first off, it does come with the Dior receipt. Let's check this out. I mean, I don't know, it's like some Chinese receipt. It is pretty cool though. Like, I'm gonna keep it just because it is cool, you know. But yeah, let's put that back over here. Okay, we'll do that later. Here, it does come with the Dior bag. Now, the Dior bag for the B30s is a little bit different than the B22s, like color wise, but the material is on top. You can hear that cotton with the ASMR, you know, back in the factories. Really take everything precisely done. Here we go, the B30s. As you can see, this is a beautiful shoe. All around there are no flaws. You do have B30 over here. Far away, like, the shoe is really nice. This is size 45U. I don't know why it looks small, but it's not small. Like, it fits me perfectly, comfortably. I don't really have any issue with wearing it. But here's the back CD, and the bottom is Christian Dior, and then B30. In general, one of the cleaner shoes you could get. And again, these are priced at $50, same price as the Dior B22s. But you know, some people have a preference. Some people like the feeling of the B22s, which is like big. Some people like the preference of just a calm Dior shoe. I like these more personally, just because they fit nicer. Dior B30, they fit nicer and they're just easier to wear since they are a little bit smaller. Those ones kind of bigger, you know, need bigger pants. But these, I could throw them on with anything. And the quality, you can just see. I don't even have to say anything anymore. They're just like top tier like that. But yeah, let's move on to a pair of Jordan 4s. Alright, next up we do have a pair of Jordan 4s, but I forgot to show the Dior B30s, my bad, do come with a QR code that does scan and all that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But let's move on to the pair Jordan 4s here. Now these are really clean. I never thought I would get these because they are technically women's, but yeah, I managed to, you know, talk to the seller and he did get them in my size, so you know, that's pretty cool. He's a chill guy. It does come with the tags here. QR code does scan if you guys want to screenshot that, and the barcode does work. You just have to have the cashier thing, but that's with like every single shoe here. It does have that because they are high quality. But let's get into the shoe. As you can see, the special thing about this one is the Jumpman logo. It's like engraved. It's not actually like stitched on, so that's pretty unique. And that's why the tongue is super puffy on this one. Super fluffy and puffy. And on the tongue, it does say Air Jordan. Someone asked me that in the comments, so I'm just gonna show that. Heel is puffy and it does have the sides over there. And then here we go with the back tab. Show the back tab. See the boy Jumpman, he's looking pretty good. But yeah, the back tab, we'll do like 5. You know, it's instant. And here's the netting. The color is pretty nice. You do have the creamish white at the bottom, and then like on top it starts getting whiter and whiter. The netting, you know, it's pretty clean. The leather is nice, and the stars here, you can see. Yeah, they're proper. They're not falling anywhere. Even the packaging, like I'll show. Let me get to the second pair now, and you can see the leather is just really clean overall. The Jumpman logo is clean again. You can see there's no problems with the shoe at all. Again, $40, because you know, me and the seller, I wanted to get a good pricing for y'all and for me in general, because I do wear these a lot. Get them for myself personal. But yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 shoe right there. Let me move on to the Travis Scotts. Alright, moving on to the Travis Scotts. Now this is a really special shoe, and it is going to be more on the pricier side, but that's just me personally. I chose to get the best batch available for this type of shoe, and you guys can as well if you're like that, which is what most people want, right? But here it does come with a QR code that does scan. Make sure to screenshot that if you want to. But size US 11, box is really clean, like retail. Even like the feeling of the box, not trying to glaze too much, but you know, feeling of the box has the same thing. Wrapping is pretty nice. It does have a bunch of Jack logos and stuff on there. So yeah, get into the shoe. Let me flip it over. Get into the shoe. First thing I want to say is they look extremely good. But yeah, here's the first pair. As you can see, it is the suede material, which is really nice, and the leather material focus on the swoosh is really crazy. I would say this is basically a retail shoe. Like, this is basically real. We do have air over here, and here's the other side. And it does have Jack over here, which is like the Travis, what's it called, the Travis Scott thing. But the material, if I can get up close, zoom in, you can see it is super nice, just like the real one. Even when it comes to this, so this one has a suede material for this swoosh, and the other swoosh has the leather material, which I'll show up close. It is very nice. I mean, how would you not buy this shoe, you know, if you want it? And then you got over here at the bottom, ship this shoe, you can see, you know, just a good pair in general, even if you're not interested in like Travis Scott and stuff. But it does come with an extra pair of pink laces, and you can see how nicely wrapped they are, like the real ones. Comes with the whole packaging just for the laces. And here's another one in brown, so you can mismatch and yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, here we go, moving on to the second pair. As you can see, we do have a lot of nice suede material. I'm surprised they really got the suede material done like this extremely well, because it is hard to like make, even if it's real or whatever. Like the leather material as well, stitched on very nicely. And then on the back, this one has the Jordan, and this one has the smiley face. Let me show it better. This one does have the smiley face, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this shoe did cost $80, and well, a lot of people say it's expensive, but it's really not. For the quality in general, for like this batch, you're just paying for the quality, so you should expect it to be the same thing as real, because it basically is even little details to like the box, which you will not find that anywhere. But let's move on to the next pair. Alright, moving on to the next pair, we do have some black cat fours. Let me get to that. You know, just a really classic shoe, but of course one of the highest quality. You have the QR code over here which you can scan. Yeah, the box is a little dirty, but that's probably just because of shipping. Obviously the seller is not going to send me a dirty box on purpose or to any of that, not just like me. But yeah, man, as you can see, here is the shoe. I don't know how I'm grabbing the back tab like that, but yeah, you know, the quality is pretty sturdy. In my opinion, I would never wear the shoe. It's ugly to me, but a lot of people like it. You can see the tongue is nice, and it's super puffy for some reason. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, right? So that's a good thing. And then under the back tab, here's what it looks like. A lot of people ask, what does it look like under the back tab? That's what it looks like. Jumpman logo over here, shiny. It's not too shiny, and it's not shiny. It's just like the perfect ratio. Get the other pair. The perfect ratio of shininess, and the price, remember, $40. You're getting the best quality you could get. But here's the next pair. Really focusing on that material. You see the material is nice with that suede and nubuck mix. Tongue is super nice, super puffy. And then back tab 1, 5, 6, 7, however many times you want. Really protective on the shoe. You do have the QR code over here, which it does scan. Screenshot that real quick if you want to. The netting is nice. The bottom, of course, the Jumpman logo at the bottom does stick out. But you guys get the idea of these Jordans. They're all like the best quality. I mean, you know, I'm gonna have to say this many times. They're the best quality for the price. 100% recommend them. And yeah, let's move on to the next pair, which are some Balenciaga tracks. I believe a lot of people want those, and yeah, let's get into them. Alright, now moving on to the Balenciaga tracks. LEDs, of course. These are $76 or $70. I think it was like in between that range. But yeah, here are the tags you do get. Over here, just slide it down. Everything is super nice. And this is definitely a top tier shoe for the guys out there, you know. Of course, it does come with a charger in a nice bag. It does come with a dust bag as well. I just told him not to put it in because of spacing. Because, you know, I don't want to pay too much shipping. But yeah, here we go. Ship the shoe. As you can see, it's very clean. You do have Balenciaga over here. You can see the font is spaced out nice. Material overall is pretty nice. Size 45 EU over here, which is clean. It does have its own material to itself. You know, that's how you know he's really taking his time to like do this whole thing, you know. You do have Balenciaga over here with the font spaced out pretty nicely. We do have track over here. You know, I can press multiple buttons. It's pretty sick. And of course, when it runs out of charge it right there. 2 chargers for both of them. And the heel is really puffy, as you can see. It's the same thing as retail. I'm telling you, this seller, like, really, he doesn't do games, you know. He actually, like, he's a tryhard, which is why every seller I search, I make sure they're a tryhard, and they don't ask for like crazy amounts. Like, yeah, you can get the same quality on another site, but they're gonna charge you like $20 more, right? But I'm not gonna charge you that or bring you to a seller. What I mean is, like, bring to a seller that charges you more. I'm just gonna bring you straight to the guy who does it fairly, you know. Balenciaga over here, pretty nice. Size 45 EU. Balenciaga on the side, and they do have that grip. That's why you keep hearing that noise. Of course, both of them have Balenciaga at the bottom. Track over here. You know, all the different color modes. Pretty nice. So I'll probably only use the blue color though, or the green one, not the other ones. But yeah, and it does come with a pair of, hold on, let me get it. 1 pair of extra laces. But that's how retail is as well, so you know, you can't blame the guys. There's, you know, they're doing the retail thing, but pair of extra laces, pretty nice. A charger. It's really a set shoe for the price. They're not really messing you up. Just make sure to charge it. $70. Check it out. Let's move on to the next items. Alright, now the next item we have are some AirPod Maxes. These cost, I think, $85. I just unwrapped the box, you know, just because I need to open it with my hands real quick. So let me open them real quick. Alright, yeah, and These do have like the serial number and stuff, but I don't know, I'm gonna just cover it just in case, because I am using this serial number, all that, like just the same, like the same thing as real. There's no difference. But here it is. It comes with this nice casing, and they are very nice. Of course, magnetic and metal. You read that it is metal. Let me take them out. You can see it is metal. Let me take them out one sec. All right, you can see they are metal, and here's the back. They are honestly very nice. I've tried them a couple of times. You know, played my Ken Carson Porsche GT3 RS. I got the wing out, but made in California, of course, they are. And then your nice little charger. I should start using these more, but I know people resell them, but I just bought these to like use them personally. They are very nice for the price of $80. Again, packaging is all around the same. Little dent is because of me, not because of them. And yeah, most people care about the case. So yeah, let me go through the case real quick. You can see magnetic. None of that Team U strap. I've seen people show some strap. What do you mean? AirPod Max strap, brother? But yeah, you know, you can do a 360 rotation with them in case you're trying to 360 listen. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how they look back in the case, and then, you know, we're gonna move on to the next item. Alright, so here's how they look back, and I'm gonna say this again: if you guys are not reselling them, make sure to actually get these to wear. I'll probably review AirPods in general, like not just Maxes, just to show. They're really great for music. You know, they got me feeling different. But yeah, let's move on to the last items we have, just like a bunch of shoes and clothes. Alright, next up we got are some Prada cups. Now these have been like my dream shoe to get in this color that I'm about to show. They are really nice. Okay, I leaked the color. I'm not gonna leak the color for this one. But here we go with the packaging. Come on, y'all can already see. You can already see what it's about. Let me really get comfortable for this one, bro. As you can see, here's the colorway on this is sick. And then, actually I messed up the laces. You do have Prada all around. It does have its own material. It's Prada. It's just simple and nice quality, you know, which is why I enjoy the brand. I do have the black ones over there. They're my daily wear most of the time. They're comfortable. They're like wearing like Adidas running shoes, but in like designer. So which is why I would recommend these for anyone just wanting to get started in like the designer area, who wants to find out something comfortable. And the colorway, these are sick. Let me show the next pair now. These are sick for anyone who's just getting in that space. And of course, they do come with a dust bag. It has Prada logo on it. It's pretty nice, but people, like 99% of people, are not gonna use it. Why would you use it, actually? Why would you? As you can see, the shape of the shoe is pretty clean. That's why I like it a lot. But black ones over there, actually, I do need another pair, you know, as refresh before they start getting beat down. So I'll get another one definitely and show just how they are in general. But yeah, the Prada, everything about the shoe is 1-to-1. There's nothing really wrong. There's no way I said wrong. I'm not wrong with it. But yeah, and definitely check it out if you're interested. For the price of $40, you know, for the price of $40, it's pretty crazy. I wish I knew about this earlier, because so now I'm gonna have like a whole collection of Prada clothes. But I do have some clothes I want to show, and then I'll show the last pair of shoes. So let's get into that. All right, now I want to show the Spider hoodie. I know Spider is not 100% the trend right now, but it's pretty calm to have because they are cheap. This cost me $40. This is the best batch you can get on the market. You can see the material is that nice cotton. And you can see the print, the M is correct, like how it's done. And then if you go to the inside, here's the inside tag. You can see, you can see it is, let me get it one sec. There we go. You can see it is pretty much perfect. You don't mess around with the quality. You do have the stars over here, and then flip it, do a 1-2 flip. Do a 1-2 flip. You do have the stars at the back. I know Spider is not the most popular, but this is really just great to have in your inventory, because it's not bad at all. It's comfortable, it's cheap, and yeah, you do have another hoodie. So let me lay this one out. This is Spider once again, and this is definitely one of my favorite clothes out there. Even though I don't wear Spider myself, I just don't like I only like the brand, I'll be honest. But yeah, this is the yellow colorway. You can see the print is 1-to-1 and the inside tag is 1-to-1. $40 again. Like all my stuff is 1-to-1. But yeah, let me get the inside tag. It does come with a sticker, you can see, just because I've never like touched it. And yeah, spider. Material, of course, let me show the material. Material is 1-to-1. It does come with a tag over here. But yeah, if you still wearing spider in the big 25, definitely check it out. Me personally, I'm not jacking spider, you know. But next up we got is a Brazil jersey. So let me get into that real quick. As you can see, it does have the tags. Everything about it is 1-to-1 stitching wise. You can see Brazil. Nah, we like Portugal though, but I'm gonna still rock the Brazil. Here we go with it. Let me show the back. Just simple jersey, but yeah, let me move on to the last pair of shoes. Alright, now for the last pair of shoes we have are some B30s, which cost me like, how much was it? $35. Now these are kind of labeled as budget batch, but they're really not. The only difference on these is that they don't come with all the packaging, just the shoe and the box. So let's get into that. Yeah, and what I mean by they don't come with all the packaging is that it doesn't come with the papers or anything. It's just strictly the shoes, which is pretty funny, but I don't know, most people don't care. I don't care. I got these for personal wear. That's why I got the $35 edition. But yeah, let's get into the first. Oh my, get into the first pair. As you can see, it is pretty simple. It's called nothing too crazy, but what I'm here to talk about is the quality is exactly the same. Like I don't truly see a difference myself. You have Dior over here, CD at the back, flip the bottom, CD B30. The quality is up there either way. There's nothing really like wrong with it. CD over here, Dior. You can see the quality in general is nice. B30 is definitely a nice personal one to have, but I don't know, these are gonna be like my beaters. If I would have to get another beater shoe next time, it would definitely have to be the B30s that I showed you, in black and white. Or no, it's like the top is like, I don't know how to explain it. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about though. The black bottom and the white top. But I'll wear them, but they're not gonna be my beaters, you know. But these are clean for beaters, just everyday wear. Like I said, B30s in general are just comfortable, so you can't really go wrong. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? Check the description for all the links, and see y'all in the next one. Yo guys, it's John back with another video, and today we have a 30 kg DHK summer haul. As y'all can see, we got the designer shoes, we got a pair of pants and jeans, Balenci, and then we got the watches. I'm super excited for these watches. They only cost $80, and you'll just see what's up with them. Let's get into it. Alright, as y'all boys can see, we do have an AP. Very excited for the AP. We have a Rolex, and then we have another Rolex which is fully boxed, just to show how it comes in from the seller. But first, let's get into the Rolex. As you can see, man, the box is super clean. It's like a full wooden type of material glass box. But yeah, man, here's the watch over here. I'm not sure like what the name of this model is, but I just know it's a crazy AP. As you can see, automatic, and it has the AP logo over here. So, I mean, like, I have no words. It's super clean, and I'll show y'all the AP over here on the box. Auto mirrors, I don't know how to say it, to be honest. But yeah, and it comes with the bag over here. As you can see, auto mirrors baguette bag. And over here we do have the receipt in Chinese, and we also have the certification card, which is very clean. And yeah, this is the box that it comes in. But if you guys have the budget of $80, which is really nothing, definitely get this AP. Look how clean the box is, and the watch itself. 100% recommend getting this. You can resell these up to $300 or even wear them. They're just a great watch, and you can't go wrong with it at all. Alright boys, the next watch we got is this Bruce Wayne Rolex, and honestly this Rolex looks amazing. As you can see, it comes with the certification card as well, of like the date of the watch, bag, and the receipt of course. But yeah, here's the watch. I mean, as you can see, it's just an amazing watch. All the watches on the HK, the quality has increased so much. But yeah, here's the Bruce Wayne. Comes with the Rolex logo and everything. 100% one of the best watches on there, and these can go down to $60 depending on what model you get. This one was around $70. And yeah, as you can see, it does come with a box, papers, all that. So if I'm being very honest with you guys, I would 100% get a Rolex if you're on a super extreme budget, or get an AP if you have the higher budget, because you really can't go wrong with these reselling wise or personal wise. And yeah boys, now I want to show you how the Rolex comes in. I'll show you how the AP comes in the next haul. But yeah, so you got the Rolex here. When it comes shipped out, as you can see, it comes in this little like soft foam thing, so it protects it. Then obviously you have the bag, and the box and everything comes like vacuum sealed, and this is just here. But yeah, very safe to buy. It will not break. The packaging is super protective, so I would 100% recommend it. Don't be worried about how it will come. Alright boys, anyways, let's move on to the shoes. The first shoe I want to get to are these Balenciagas. I think, okay, these are the Balenciaga tracks. By the way, everything will be in the description, so check that out. But yeah man, as you can see, we have the high quality batch of the Balenciaga tracks, and these are just sick. Obviously you got size 45 EU right over here. You got the Balenciaga logo, and yeah man, this is just a proper YN shoe. You got a track on the bottom, and let me light it up actually for y'all to see. So you just press it, and to turn it off, just hold it down, and boom, it turns off. And here's the sole. You got Balenciaga, and then I'll show you the font and just show you that this is really high quality. You can see the stitching on it even. Of course, the inside is 1-to-1, very thick heel, as you can tell. Yeah, and here's the font. Once again, shape of the shoe, really proper. Definitely cannot go wrong at all for this batch. But yeah, I'm gonna show you the second pair now. Here's the second pair. Obviously, shape of the shoe is amazing. Balenciaga font over here, so y'all can really trust the quality. 45 EU, and these cost $80. Track again. The reason why these are like $5 more expensive, or $6, because of the battery. Yeah, just turn it off, hold it down. As you can see, really thick heel. And I'll show the front once again. Boom, laces are really nice, exactly how they're supposed to be. And the bottom, Balenciaga once again. But yeah, I give this shoe a 10 out of 10. Price, not too high like other websites where they sell these up to like $120, when you can get this for $80 in total. So definitely check this out in the spreadsheet. I would recommend it if you like Balenciaga. I'll probably get another pair in white to show you. Yeah, let's move on to the next shoe. Alright man, let's move on to the next shoe. The next thing I want to show y'all are these Timberlands. I know it's not winter right now, but you know, I just needed a pair in my collection, and these were $30, so I'm gonna go over it with y'all. But yeah, so here's the packaging. It says it's like waterproof or whatever, but here's the shoe. Honestly, these are looking alright. I'll be honest in my reviews, I won't tell y'all if something is good when it obviously looks trash. But yeah, these right now, they're looking like a solid 7 out of 10. Obviously the suede isn't extremely active. The bottom is a little bit too orange, and then the leather, it's not really like leathery in a sense. But yeah, here's the second pair. Timberland logo. Shape of the shoe pretty nice. Lace is a little bit too thin. Here's the bottom, you got Timberland logo, and here's what comes with the rest of the box. But yeah, not gonna lie, I would say don't cop these. Definitely go for the high quality batch. But if you're looking for some quick insta picks, I mean, definitely cop these. Alright, now moving on to the other shoe. We do have a pair of Dior's. I have no idea what these are. Be honest, you know, I like my little Dior collection going on right now, and I think these might be the B30s. Let's check them out. Oh yeah, so these were the B30s. Obviously it comes with the Dior bag. This one is a little bit of a lighter blue than the B22s. I'm not sure if that's like the B30 B22 difference, but here's the receipt. Everything about this pretty much high quality. But yeah, here's the shoe, Dior B30s. Pretty sick colorway if you ask me. And yeah man, this is the highest quality batch. You got the Dior over here, and the CD, the stitching on it is pretty crazy. You got Dior B30 right over there, the back CD, which is Christian Dior, and then the bottom sole, you got Dior and B30. But yeah, these are sick ass shoes. Like probably my top 3 shoes shoe wise. But yeah, here's the other pair I'm gonna show y'all. CD, Dior B30. Obviously they're more like steady and cleaner when you get them out the box, but I've worn these like once. But yeah, Christian Dior. Stitching on these is pretty crazy. Like even, I'll try to zoom in as much as I can with it focusing, but you can see there's really no flaws when it comes to the actual like shoe. Dior B30. Even that, let me press that and show how it is. See, it's so high quality you can't like actually push it down. And then yeah, all behind CD. Even the stitching on the CD, you see that? Like there's no flaws at all. Bottom of course be 30. And yeah man, I really got no other words for the shoe. It's definitely one of the best pairs I've reviewed in like my lifetime of DHA. These are just so clean. I think we might have the B22s there so we can compare them. But yeah, definitely check this out. For the price, I believe these were $60 in the spreadsheet, but yeah, check them out. Let's move on. Alright, next up we got these White Thunders, so let's check these out. White Thunders, you know, it's a classic shoe. You can't go wrong with at all. Very simple. And like I said, the budget batch on DHA, so this last video, it has been updated. So definitely get the budget batch rather than the high quality, which I know sounds super dumb, but the only difference right now is from the inside. So everything else about this, just look at it. The Jumpman logo is perfect stitching wise. Even a closer look, and I'll show the back tab. Of course it goes up. Like, what do you mean, man? This DHA seller right here, he really got it like that. I can't even lie. The netting is very clean. Again, like look how thick the heel is. The only problem is, you see that little thing on the inside over there, that doesn't pass like verification of an actual store or like a real professional. So that's the only difference. But you can see with the netting and everything and the bottom of the shoe, it really is perfect. Like there is no genuine flaws, you could say. Like even the material, if I can really show out in the light, like you see that, it's so nice. This is not a stitching error, but yeah, here's the stitching up close. Like you can see there's really no flaws. If you wear this, in my opinion, like you wouldn't get called out. It looks a little bit too real in my opinion. Like it looks very real, except the inside the sole, but nobody's really gonna check that. But yeah, here it is again. Shape of the shoe from the side also looks nice. Jumpman logo, as you can see, really no mistakes. And yeah, here's the back tab test once again, just show. And here's the back Jordan. He's looking good. He doesn't have a gap or anything really extra. But yeah, the bottom of the shoe, of course, this is like, is it called embedded or 3D? Like when it's sticking out, let me show. You see how it's sticking out? That basically means this seller is on that timing, bro. He doesn't really mess around with bad quality. And the box, of course, simple papers, just stuff like that. But I never truly care about the box, even if it's like destroyed, as long as my shoe is fine. And you see it's looking good. A little bit of scratches, but that's not really his fault, more of the shipping company fault. But yeah, let's move on. All right, now we got a pair of Travis Scott's. I'm not really sure if these are exactly unreleased or very brand new, but these cost me a lot for the shit. And I'm not gonna lie, the quality on these, when the seller showed me the pictures, is just crazy. Let's get into it. So here's the box. Box came in very good condition. I'm not sure if because this is like the most I've paid for a shoe on the chip. But yeah, here it is. Packaging very clean. Pink wrap, quite cool. Travis Scott, as you can see, actually quite very cool. Here's the shoe. Oh my, nah, this seller really crazy. He even put like the card thing so it doesn't get messed up. I mean, you know, there's a saying, you get what you paid for. Is that what it is? Okay, yeah, you get what you paid for, I think. As you can see, you have the little jack over there, and this bottom has Air Jordan. Let me get a close up of the stitching for you. As you can see, the stitching on this thing is pretty crazy. Here's the Nike swoosh logo. I mean, not Nike. Educational purposes only, of course, guys. None of this stuff is replica. This is all real. But yeah, here it is. Like even down to the texture, you see that? It's very crazy. And the suede, like you see, even the shade of colors, they really got that down, which I don't know how they done that for a pair of shoe this hard to make. And then you got the air over here. Get a close up of that. Here's the inside. I'm not sure what that is. Let's get a close up though. Oh my, okay. You see how thick the heel is? Nah, this is definitely, let me show the shape of the shoe. Alright, this gotta be a rare find, bro. And if you're wondering how much I paid $105, which I'm not sure. I don't really think that's a lot for what it is. And comes obviously, I can't say the word. It comes with a pair of extra brown laces and pink laces. I think like to match the box or just mismatch, but I'm not even sure like what are these called, but they just look insane. Let me show, like even down to the texture, I don't know how they done that. And then this one has the Travis Scott like smiley face, if y'all can see that. Yeah, there we go. Even look at the little stars, bro, over here. No, this is genuinely the bottom. Like, I don't know, what is there bad to say? There's nothing bad to say. I mean, I guess you get what you paid for, and I really got what I wanted to pay for. The quality is 10 out of 10. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with this at all in terms of anything. You know, the only thing we got is we didn't pay like 5K for this. Paid like 105. And yeah, this is great. Like, I'm not trying to promote it, obviously educational purposes, but this is great for like if you're trying to resell or you just want to wear and you want to say it's real, because it is real, obviously educational purposes, you know, it's real and stuff. But yeah, I give this a 10 out of 10. Let me check them out in the spreadsheet. I have it linked below for this exact shoe. But yeah, let's move on. We got like Balenciaga pants and jeans, so let's move on to that and go back to the shoes. Right, as I can see, we got Balenciaga jeans and the sweatpants. But first I want to get into the jeans because I'm more excited for that. Alright boys, as you can see here, they are laid out. So the cool thing about these jeans is they're backwards. Instead of the pockets being at the back, there's like an imprint that they took it off. It's actually at the front. And here's the Balenciaga tag just to show. Oh, this quality is insane. These cost me $65. Balenciaga, really fit, really baggy. Obviously you got some de-stress over here and over here, really cool. And they're open cut, whatever like the word is. But I don't know, I'm not really into jeans like that. I just bought these because they're the first pair of jeans that looked pretty cool to me. So, you know, I might start wearing them. But definitely check these out if you're with Balenciaga. $65, really can't go wrong. And here's the jean material. It's actually quite heavy. And there's a branding of Balenciaga over here and over there. But yeah, let's move on to the sweatpants. Alright boys, now we got the sweatpants. Under Armour x Balenciaga. These cost $50, so a good enough price for these. They're super heavy, I'm not gonna lie. They weigh like 2 kg, but they're pretty simple. All black, Under Armour and Balenciaga. You can see the stitching on that, very proper. Over here again, very proper, very clean, a very 10 out of 10. Obviously the Under Armour large, and then you got the Balenciaga tags. If you're a Balenciaga fan, 100% recommend getting these. For the price, they're actually cheap, because I've seen this on other websites selling for $95, but here $50, tagged, everything, and they weigh like 2 kg, so meaning they're definitely good quality. But yeah, let's move on back to the shoes. Alright boys, now I got this pair of Dior B22s here, 100% B22s, so let's check them out. Here's the box, by the way. I'm not sure where the label went, but yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, it does come with this Dior little receipt thing, so it's pretty cool. And here they are. But man, these are clean. These are, I don't know if they're nicer than the B30s, but yeah, Dior tag, really nice. You can see the texture all around the shoe, and these are reflective in the dark, so that's pretty nice. And the bottom you have, let me flip it over. Can you kind of see that? CD, made in Italy, I can't speak, which is Christian Dior, short name. Yeah, you got Dior on the inside. And these are just very clean shoe all around. Even the texture, the quality. Close, y'all can see that. It does come with the Dior bag. Oh, for the ones who care about that Dior bag. These are the high quality batch again. $60. Same price as the B30s. Just like preference. Whatever you like more. But yeah. Here it is again. As you can see, the texture all around is very high quality. Even these things, I don't know what they are, but Dior tag over here, and as you can see, you can't break it. It's like very nice. See, you can't push it down or anything. And you got CD company, which is Christian Dior, made in Italy. My bad, bro, I can't speak. But Dior, all around a great shoe for the price. And it comes with the Christian Dior little certificate thingy, Christian Dior. And then boom, certificate, all that. Let me check these out if you're a Dior fan like me. I've been getting a lot of Dior, man, from the get. Really been up that quality. And again, on other websites, these would be like $170, $150, but I got it here for $60, so definitely check it out. And let's move on to something now, a little accessory. Let's move on to it. As you can see, it's LV wallet, so let me unbox it. And boom, here it is. This costs like $10, so it doesn't come with papers or anything. Well, I guess just a sick wallet to have, really. As you can see, LV. And then if I open it up, y'all can see the, hold on, Louis Vuitton, Paris, made in France. Actually a really good cop for $10, you can see. Material is really nice, leathery and all that. The print is amazing as well. So definitely check this out. Oh, really cheap, $10. I mean, you really can't go wrong with it at all. But we got 2 shoes left, so let's move on to that. All right, now we got another pair of Balenciaga, and yeah, these are the rainbow runners. Highest quality badge. I love my runners, man. So let's get into it. All right, rainbow colorway. Definitely one of the better colorways out there. But let me just show the texture, and the quality of this thing is crazy. Like, they really don't mess up at all. And here's Balenciaga logo, size 45U. I've seen like runner 2.0s. Do you guys want me to see, like, want me to review that? But yeah, here's the runner again. And Balenciaga stitching, as you can see, it is very high quality. And the blue thing even has its own texture. If I can, like, I don't know, ASMR or something, I can't really show too much of it. Balenciaga. And I'll show the shape of the shoe, just to make sure, you know, that you guys are seeing this. It's very high quality, best badge out there. And here's the bag. Obviously it's a reflective dust bag. It has a Balenciaga logo on it. Now, I'm pretty sure the bag itself is also expensive, like retail. But let me get out the other shoe now, just to show that these sellers, you know, it's not one pair I'm showing out, it's quality on both pairs, as I always say. You got runner, and all the Balenciaga shoes have like that beat up look for runners. If you can see kind of what I mean, like, see these little, it's not dirt for me, it's just how runners are in general. But yeah, size 45U. Even you see how perfect that is. And then you got Balenciaga over here. The bag, Balenciaga, size 45U. Once again, but yeah, here's the texture on the overall shoe. You can see there's no random flaws. Like, look, I'll show you a random place. There's no random flaws. Even when it comes to these, how can I show? You see that? Even these, there's no mistake between those 3 stitches over there. Here's the shape of the shoe. Definitely 10 out of 10, man. So if y'all trying to get some designer, definitely tap in with the description. I got all the stuff on there. But the gate quality really been changing over time, so don't miss out, like I said. And for the last shoe we got are the Prada cups. I bought these for like running shoes because they're clean, simple, and can be used as like sporty shoes. So let's get into that. All right, Prada Milano, very small box, and these were $30, so that's one of the better things about this cup. But yeah, I'll show it real quick. As you can see, I got it in red because they're like running shoes. It got this really weird texture on it. Then it has Prada over here and Prada on the inside. Even the stitching for $30, this is kind of yeah, this is pretty crazy. Size 45U. There's Prada over here, but obviously the sticker, I just removed that. But yeah, let me show the next pair now. But yeah, $30, great running shoes, very light. I'll say like 500 grams, I'm not sure, but they're very light. Like, you can throw these around, type of light. Prada on the inside, of course. And the stitching, you can see it's pretty much perfect, but there is no really stitching on the shoe. It's like this soft, breathable material. You got Prada over here, like running type of running shoe material, if that's the best way to explain it. But yeah, man, that's about it for a review, guys. If you enjoyed, you know, subscribe, like, comment, and check out the description for everything in this video. And yeah, see you guys in the next haul.